Approximately 200 Pikangikum First Nation evacuees flew into Thunder Bay today due to smoke from the big forest fire in that region. A news conference was held this morning to discuss the city's involvement in the mass evacuation. And it appears that the city is already beyond its capacity after another 600 evacuees arrived in vehicles over the past few days. Alana Pickrell has more.
And we are stretched beyond capacity today. And we believe that the situation will get worse before it gets better.
The city was put on notice last week to begin preparing for Pikangikum evacuees. The fire has grown to 50,000 hectares and is burning 6 kilometers southwest of the community of more than 3,000 people. 3 planes touched down in Thunder Bay on Wednesday, bringing about 200 evacuees to safety here. City manager Norm Gale says this is just the start.
We will be able to expand our capacity to host people with an additional 100 on Friday, and then next week an additional 100 on Wednesday, which will bring us to a maximum capacity of 400 people.
These 400 evacuees are arriving through provincially coordinated efforts, but there's another 600 people who self-evacuated or were transported on school buses. They traveled along the new road between Pikangikum and Red Lake and then carried on to Dryden. When the convoy arrived at the Dryden Arena Tuesday night, the evacuees were given a meal and other services. They then boarded charter buses to Thunder Bay and the Valhalla Inn. Gale says right now those people are not asking for city support, and officials will be significantly challenged if they do. In the meantime, local emergency services are preparing for the influx.
Obviously, when you're adding residents or new people into our community, we want to ensure that they're safe and that we have the resource to deal with a possibly increase in calls for service. So for sure for us, from a police standpoint, and I'm sure for EMS as well, we will probably have to look at additional resources.
EMS, however, says they were prepared to handle the 400 planned evacuees, but it's the additional 600 people they didn't know about that they are worried about.
So when we're prepared for evacuees come in, we can sit up and prepare for them and provide them those supports. When these other evacuees come in, the supports aren't going to be there, and that's concerning if we can meet that demand.
For the mayor, it's now a matter of what to do next.
We had a capacity to 200, ramping up to 400. That's being exceeded. Nobody's fault. There's no blame to be laid, only to say and to make the point of your question, we need more help.
Morrow adds that more communities need to step up and become hosts in these types of situations. Alana Pickrell, TBT News.